Yes, students, welcome to the next video lecture. Jai Swaminarayan. In the previous lecture, students, we have considered up to sum number 3 of exercise 4.2. Now, students, we will complete today exercise 4.2 and connecting sums even from exercise 4. Now, students, exercise 4.2, question 4. The average age of women in years at the time of marriage obtained from the data of different census surveys in India are given in the following table. Fit an equation for a linear trend from the data and show it on a graph. Okay, so we have to go by formula method as well as graph. Find the estimate of the values of given variable for the year 2021 using the linear equation. Okay, students, using the equation we have to obtain the estimate for the year 2021. Okay, students, as usual, our first step, considering 1971 ST is equal to 1, 1981 ST is equal to 2, we have 5 values of T. So the first step, students, question number 4, exercise 4.2, considering the year 1971 as T is equal to 1, 1981 as T is equal to 2, and onwards the given value of TR T is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The second step, the table to obtain trend line is as below. Students, check. In the previous lecture also I have done or I have repeated these steps. So again, considering 1971 ST is equal to 1, 1981 ST is equal to 2 and onwards, students, the given values of T are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then the second step, the table to obtain, I told you this type can be written in two different ways. The table to obtain constants B and N or the table to obtain trend line is as below. Okay, students, now we go further with the table. Okay, students, now please all of you concentrate. In the table I told you, students, we are always going to make only 4 columns, and those columns are T, Y, T into Y and T square, students. These are the universal columns, students, in this type of sums. Okay, so T, Y, T into Y and T square. The values of T are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And the values of Y are 17.7, 18.7, 19.3, 20.2 and 22.2. So this total is 15 and the total of Y is 98.1. Now, students, as you know, we always find first T bar and Y bar. So, students, the formula for T bar is sigma T upon N. So 15 divided by 5, so 3. And Y bar will be sigma Y upon N, 98.1 divided by 5, students, and that value turns out to be 19.62. Now, students, let us complete the table. T into Y, 1 into 17.7, so 17.7, 2 into 18.7, so 37.4, 3 into 19.3, so 57.9, then 4 into 20.2, so 80.8, and 22.2 into 5, so 111. So this total, students, comes out to be 304.8. Now T square, 1 square 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16 and 5 square 25, and this total comes out to be 55. Now students, as usual, the steps are, the trend line equation is yt cap is equal to a plus b into t. Now I am erasing the table. I hope students you can easily write the table on your own. The trend line equation is yt cap is equal to a plus bt. Formulas to find b and a. Students, all of you know that b is required to find a students. So first we will find b students, and then students we will go for a. Now all of you know the formula to find b. B is equal to n sigma ty minus sigma t into sigma y upon n sigma t square minus sigma t the whole square. Substituting the values, n is 5. Total of ty is 304.8. Sigma t is 50. Sigma y is 98.1. Divided by n is 5. Sigma t square is 55 minus 15 the whole square. Simplifying this, the value of b turns out to be 1.05. Now students, a bar is equal to y bar minus b into t bar. A is equal to y bar minus b into t bar. Y bar is 19.62 minus 1.05 and t bar is 3. So the final answer comes out to be 16.47. So this is, students, the value of a. Now students, substituting the values of a and b, we get the trend line equation S. Yt cap is equal to 16.47 plus 1.05 into what? T. Now we are told to find the estimate, students, for the year 2021. Now gap is 10, 2011 is 5, so 2021 will be 6. So 40 is equal to 6. That is for 2021. Y6 cap will be 16.47 plus 1.05 into 6. If I simplify, students, then this estimate turns out to be 22.77 years. So the estimate for the year 2021, students, is 22.77 years. Now this is our traditional formula method, students, the method of least squares. Now I do the sum by graphical approach. Now I am not dictating again the steps of t and yt, students, that we have already written. So seeing the values of yt, students, the least value is 17.7 and the highest is 22.2. So I think we can take a scale of 1, that is more than sufficient. So now, students, we go by graphical approach. The same sum, students, we have to do by the graphical approach. So say this is y-axis. Sorry, students, I need to draw a straight line. Say this is our y-axis, and let us say this is our x-axis. Scale is very important. X-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 years because the gap between two time period is 10 years. Y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 year because that will be, you can say, one of the most advisable and prominent scale. Now students, for x-axis we have equal gap 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and on x-axis we have time period t, that all of you know. Then on y-axis we have age in years, that is the value of variable yt. Okay, we take a broken graph and start from 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 and 23. We don't need more than 23 students. Now for t is equal to 1, it is 17.7. So roughly below, this is 17.5, so somewhere here. For t is equal to 2, it is 18.7. For t is equal to 3, it is 19.3. For t is equal to 4, it is 20.2. For t is equal to 5, it is 22.2. Join this point with the help of line segments. Students, we get our time series. This is our original series. And now students, we have to go by trend line. So let us draw a line like this. This is our trend. That's all students. So this completes our sum. Sum number 4 of exercise students 4.2. Now I hope students, all of you have understood this is not at all difficult. Now students, what we'll do similar questions from exercise 4. Now students, exercise 4 section A. I think we have done MCQs or not, I am not aware of students, but I think that we'll discuss once again at the last also. Now students, let us check students in section D. In section D students, we have sum number 10. Students, section D, sum number 10. Fit a linear equation from the following data for the variable y of a time series. Okay, n is given, sigma y is given, sigma ty is given, and sigma t square is missing, and even sigma t is missing. Students, in this type of sums, we have to be very careful in understanding how to do the sum. N is given students. If n is 4, the value of time period will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. If n is 5 students, the value of time period would be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Students, this we have to be very careful. So this type of sum students, it is very easy students once you understand. So section D students, sum number 4. Now let us do the sum students. Now one needs to be very careful. Now here n is equal to 4, sigma y is equal to 270 and sigma ty is given as 734. So n is equal to 4 means we have time period as 1, 2, 3 and 4. So sum number 10, section D. N is equal to 4, therefore t is equal to 1, 2, 3 and 4. So students, sigma t will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 10, and sigma t square will be 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square, and that is equal to 30. Now students, sigma y is given as 270 and sigma t into y is given as 734. So students, here I am not writing the first step which you have to write. The required trend line equation is yt cap is equal to a plus bt. I am only writing equation. Trend line yt cap is equal to a plus bt. Formulas for b and a. So b is equal to n sigma ty minus sigma t into sigma y upon n sigma t square minus sigma t the whole square. So students, substituting the values, n is 4, sigma ty is 734, sigma t is 10, sigma y is 270 upon n is 4, sigma t square is 30 and sigma t the whole square is 10 square, which is 100 students. So simplifying, this turns out to be 11.8. Students, simplifying, this turns out to be 11.8. Now I am erasing the previous data and will find a. Now students, a is equal to y bar minus bt bar. So what is y bar equal to, students? The answer of y bar, okay, I think we haven't found out y bar and t bar. First let us find out. T bar is equal to sigma t upon n, 10 divided by 4, so 2.5. And y bar is equal to sigma y upon n and 270 upon 4, and that is 67.5. Now if I substitute these values here, y bar is 67.5, b is 11.8 and t bar is 2.5, a turns out to be 38. And students, substituting the values of a and b in the trend line, students, we get the trend line equation as yt cap is equal to a plus b, students, b is 11.8 into t. This is our trend line equation, students. And this question, students, very important, even asked in board exam for 2 to 3 times, students. So this question, students, is very easy, one can easily understand. Now students, section D has no more similar sums. Now students, in section E, students, section E, we have sum number 1. The data about exports in crore rupees of ready-made garments of a textile manufacturer are shown below. Fit a linear trend to this data and estimate the trend for the export in the year 2017. Now students, again I am omitting these steps, you have to write on your own. Considering the year 2010, ST is equal to 1, 2011, ST is equal to 2, 2012 ST is equal to 3 and onwards, the given values of T are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After this, the next step, the table to obtain trend line equation or the table to obtain constants B and A is as below, students. What is the next step? The table to obtain trend line equation or the table to obtain constants B and A, students, is as below. So students, here we start with the table, students. All of you concentrate. Section E, sum number 1. T, Y, Ty and T square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Total, students, let us check the total of this is 21. Then the values of y are 22, 25, 23, 26, 20 and 25, and this total is 141. T into y 22, 50, 69, 104, 100 and 150. This total, students, comes out to be 495. T square 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and 36. So this total is 91. Now students, all of you know, initially students, we first find T bar and then we find Y bar. So T bar is equal to sigma T upon N 21 upon 6, and that comes out to be 3.5. Y bar is equal to sigma Y upon N 141 upon 6, and that answer comes out to be 23.5. Now students, I am erasing the table. All of you know what is the next step. The trend line equation is yt cap is equal to A plus bt. And then students, we write the formulas to obtain constants B and A. Yt cap is equal to A plus bt. Formulas to find B and A. Now students, B is equal to n sigma ty minus sigma t into sigma y upon n sigma t square minus sigma t double square. N is 6. Sigma ty is 495. Sigma t is 21 into 141 upon n is 6. Sigma t square is 91 minus sigma t the whole square is 21 square, and this turns out to be, students, 0.09, and A is equal to y bar minus bt bar. What is the value of y bar, students? 23.5 minus 0.09, and t bar, students, is 3.5. So simplifying this comes out to be 23.18. So students, substituting the values of A and B, the trend line equation will be 23.18 plus 0.09. Now students, we have to obtain the estimate for the year 2017. So 2017 will be, students, T is equal to 8. So substituting T is equal to 8. substituting t is equal to 8, that is for the year 2017. Y 8 cap. And this answer turns out to be 23.9 crore rupees. So students, this completes our sum number 1. So finally students, we have completed exercise 4.2. Students, I request you to go through the sums, and students remaining will continue in the next video lecture. Thank you students.